Hello, my name is Harrison, and this is the first devlog for the horror game that I'm making, called Wastelands. I've never made a devlog before, so I'm not sure I'll be doing this right, but we'll see. I'm just going to show you everything I've done so far and where my progress currently is. At the moment, I have the basic idea for the game is that you're going to be waist deep in water. And this is just kind of a testing level. This isn't an actual level, and I haven't made any graphics or models for the game. But the idea is that you'll be in waist deep water, and there will be a monster in the water, indicated by bubbles that come above the water. And it has a wandering state right now, the AI does, and an attack state. So when it attacks, it'll come near you. If you shine your flashlight at it, it will eventually go away. So it's like the idea is that it kind of fears the light, and you're going to be in like a cave. Your flashlight does have a certain amount of batteries, which I don't have displayed on the screen anymore, but it is working. So all I have to do is attach that to visual representation, the battery percent. You can increase your battery percent by picking up batteries, which this is the prefab or the placeholder for batteries. I also have paper that you can look so that a way the player can read lore and stuff, which again, it's just placeholders at the moment. Same with when you press the paper and the thing comes up. I'm going to actually have a paper that pops up on the screen, not just text. And I have a little bit of a jump scare that I have not finished yet. And I also have a bit of a menu made. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the menu and turn off the things that, well, need to be turned off that the menu will activate, which I will do now. Alright, now that I have all those turned on, when I press play, you'll see that I'm in the main menu. There's an options area, which I haven't added any options yet. But I can go back. There is a quit button. Doesn't do anything. When you press play, run this little demo I've made. So when you're on land, the monster cannot hurt you. You press Q to turn on your flashlight. And if I go to my, I believe it's an FPS controller, you can see the battery percent only goes down when your flashlight is on. Now if I grab this battery, bam, gives you, I believe 20 is what it was, more battery. If I press the paper, you can see text pops up, and then I can press escape to get out of that. And I will make a cap for the battery, so it can't go past 100. I haven't quite done that yet. But there will also be power-ups, basically upgrades for your flashlight to increase the max amount of battery percent you can have. Now, when you're in the water, you can see it's attacking me right now, so I'm shining my flashlight at it, and now it's going back into its wandering state. So it's going away from me. And so it's represented by the bubbles. There's a bubbling noise and a creepy, like, humming sound that gets louder as it gets closer to you. This is a very small testing area, so I can't really get away from it, honestly. But I will now show you what happens when it jump scares you. Right here I would add a sound effect of bones breaking and maybe some like labored breathing of the guy getting murdered brutally and ripped apart by the creature, which I still need to do. This game is actually based off of a story, a novel I wrote, a little short novel I wrote, which, oh man, it's been so long, I can't remember the name of it. I think it's Layers or something like that. But essentially, or levels is what it's called. But the fourth level is called the Wastelands in that story, and so I'm basing this game off of that. And I will have bits of the actual story I wrote on these notes that you can find laying around, which I think will be pretty cool. And I'm going to have, I've already started creating a level layout in Photoshop, just like kind of sketching up a map. It's going to be a bit puzzle-oriented, nothing too crazy, pretty simple. More like you're basically just going to be finding, not really keys, but stuff to power certain doorways, and you'll have to choose which way you go, and there'll be secrets scattered throughout the map and stuff like that. But Um, I'll show you now some of the scripts. If you're interested, you can stick around and look at the scripts. So, as for, let me see if I can find the flashlight stuff first. I guess it would be in here. Or did I put the flashlight script? Here we go. So, I have my flashlight toggle script right here, which I'll go ahead and open that up. So, flashlight toggle script is pretty simple. I have the game object, which is light collider. Basically, it's a collider at the end of the flashlight, and when I've lined it up with the light, so that's how it knows when the enemy is, getting shined on. Then obviously the flashlight itself, and then I have a variable flashlight is active. So I'm setting all those to false there, and if you press Q, which I'm going to change that to F. I believe I was having the reason it wasn't F is because if a game object was selected in the hierarchy while the game was playing, it would focus in on that. So I'll change that to F eventually. And then it's really simple. Turns on the flashlight, turns off the flashlight. Now, as for the flashlight batteries, it was a bit more complicated. So, let's see, how did I do this again? Right, so for the batteries decreasing over time, sorry, I haven't looked at this script in a while, and I'm actually going to edit this so that there's a max cap of 100 when you collect battery. Basically, I have variables that I made that represent time. So on void start, time equals 0, and the time delay is another variable that's going to equal 2. All this is doing right here is the time is going up by 1 every second. So this is acting as, seconds. And then I'm saying if the flashlight is active, so if the flashlight is on, and if the time is greater than time delay. So if 2 seconds have passed, then it's going to, and the battery percent is greater than 1, because I don't want it go to greater than or equal to 1. I don't want it going below 0. Then it's going to decrease the battery percent by 1 and reset the time to 0. All this is doing is just decreasing the battery percent by 1 every 2 seconds. And if the battery percent is less than or equal to 0, then it's going to set the light equal to, you're not going to be able to turn your light on again, no matter what. And so, yeah, that is how that works. Now, this is the collect battery. Basically, all I'm doing here is calling on this when you pick up the battery in the Unity editor, which right now, actually, I can fix this so that way it can't go above 100. So I can say if battery percent is less than or equal to, or actually it would be, I would put, since it increases it by 20 each time, it would be 80. So if it's less than or equal to 80, then it can be increased. So then, I believe that's how I need to do that. And then we simply just put that in here. If, I'll probably make another else statement, where if it's over that, depending on what the number is, it'll just put it straight at 100. So, like, for instance, let's say you had 81% battery, but obviously you still want to collect a battery. Then what I would probably do is, depending on what the number is, that'd be a bit more complicated to write, but it would basically just max it out at 100. So, but all I would have to do is say, I think else battery percent equals 100. So, we'll see if I did that right. Just a little bit of fun coding in this devlog. So, my battery percent, you can see on the right, is at 100. Let's use it up a tiny bit. Let's just go to 98. So, when I pick this up, bam, only 100. Now let's drain it a bit further. Let's drain it to like 79, which I will cut back once it's been drained. Actually, no, I won't. That's dumb. Why would I not just put it at 79 to start? Bam, 99. And then if I picked up another one, it would just go straight to 100. So, bam, there you go, fixed. Now, this will definitely be a game where headphones will be extremely recommended because it's really hard to hear, like, understand where the enemy is relative to the player if you don't have headphones on. Like, I genuinely, this game would be excruciatingly hard. It'd be very hard to get away from the enemy if you can't hear where the bubbling effect is coming from. Because, I mean, that's a big part of escaping the enemy. Like, I know it's coming from there because I can hear it. Like, I know right now it's back behind me, probably back left a little bit. I'm just gonna kind of... I can hear it on my left. I can hear it on my left. It's not attacking yet. Now it's attacking. I can hear that it's coming from there. But if you didn't have headphones on, it'd be really hard to tell where it's coming from. So yeah, anyway, I will end this deadlog with me getting jump scared, which, it's funny, I actually, I didn't think the jump scare was that scary, but I guess it's because I knew it was coming, which it still needs a lot of work, but when I was testing some other stuff, it snuck up on me and I didn't know it, and it jump scared me and I actually got really scared, so I guess it works. Anyway, I'm gonna go towards it, and it's also faster than the player, so you have to use the flashlight to escape. But yeah, that's what I've done so far. I'll probably make another dead vlog in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, thanks for watching if you made it this far.